Good evening, folks, and welcome to McCamey, Texas, where the Alpine Fighting Bucks are set to face off against Coahoma and the Bulldogs in the Bi-District Championship round. Coahoma comes from that sister district of Alpine. It's no secret it's a tough district, and Coahoma had a good run in the district, only dropping one game in district play. That was against Wall, where they lost 58 to nothing. Folks around Alpine know about Wall, and if you don't, Wall is a dominant program that the Bucks have run into in the postseason many times before. Again, they also beat in their district Grape Creek 33-27, 42 to nothing against Stanton, who was able to take out the Bucks in the Bi-District Championship round last year, and a 27-19 win against Merkel. This is a tough Stanton team and a big sideline standing across from the Fighting Bucks on the road. Stanton has brought more fans here to the ball game tonight as well. They're expecting a win. The Bucks are definitely an underdog in this matchup against the Bulldogs, but there's a reason they play the games, the reason they suit up and come out here tonight. Stanton's going to have to prove it on the field, and the Bucks are trying to survive and prolong their season with another ball game next week being granted to the winner. 3:55 till kickoff as the captains come towards center field. Alec Ramos, AJ Yanez, Day Hardwick, and David Baca, the four captains for the Fighting Bucks in white with the gold helmets, while Stanton wears black, red names across the back of their jerseys with white numbers, white helmets, and black pants. We'll send it to a quick commercial break to get these ads up and running. Again, these ads make Alpine Fighting Buck football on the radio possible, as well as all the other Alpine team sports and Sol Ross sports, as we'll have the Sol Ross broadcast tomorrow as they head up to you.
Commitment to serve the community with the highest quality and selection, along with fair pricing. Lowe's, your family grocery store.
50% off. That's what you get on any one item priced $50 or less at Morrison's True Value Hardware Store and Morrison True Value Gardens. To get your 50% off, all you have to do is present the coupon from the front of the Savings of the Season flyer from Morrison's. The only item.
And neither do we. Mountain Zone TV brings crystal clear cable, lightning fast internet, and reliable service right to your cabin, lodge, or backcountry home. Dallas Cowboy fans who live in Presidio, Marfa, Fort Davis, and Marathon can catch the Cowboys in action with a Mountain Zone TV cable package. Because here at Mountain Zone TV, we're doing business right.
It's time for this month's Napa savings. Pick up a GearWrench Professional Bidirectional Diagnostic Scan Tool for only $130 each, saving 18%. Save up to 20% on crocodile cloths for just $19.99 each. Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil up to 33% off, available for just $25.49. You can get Napa Heavy Duty Diesel Engine Oil starting at just $15.59 each, saving up to 33%. Buy some Napa Diesel Exhaust Fluid at 24% off, only $12.99. Napa Auto located at 301 West Holland Avenue in downtown Alpine.
Skinner's Drilling and Well Service offers everything you need when it comes to solar well pump system installation and maintenance. Whether you're looking to cut electricity costs or need solar power in an area where electricity is not readily available, Skinner's Drilling and Well Service has some solar options that you'll want to consider. By the way, these systems are upgradable over time. Call Skinner's Drilling and Well Service, LLC at 837-2497, Texas license number 2838A1.
Again, we've got Fighting Buck football in the Bi-District Championship round coming your way right now. The Bucks set to receive here at McCamey Badgers Stadium. I think that's what it's called. It says McCamey Badgers over the scoreboard. We don't have an official field name, as, again, Coahoma in black is set to kick it away. Coahoma looking for revenge after they were eliminated in the volleyball Bi-District Championship round just a week ago here in McCamey, Texas, by your Alpine Lady Bucks as they went to the area championship round. There's 4 to the left of the kicker and 6 off to his right side. Bucks tucked with 5 on that front line, tucked behind the 50-yard line. Deep return man is Cloud Martinez as it's heading Cloud's way. Dane Jeffers backs up. The senior collects at the 20, angles up past the 25, and is pushed out of bounds at the 26-yard line. That's where the Bucs offense will start. Again, it's a first-year offensive coordinator for the Alpine Bucs, instilling his offense. A former Texas Tech quarterback was on that Texas Tech quarterback staff for 1 year. As the Bucs come out, again, your senior starting quarterback, Day Hardwick, was the 3A High School Player of the Week with 4 interceptions against Anthony a couple weeks ago. Anthony ended up finishing 4th and last in our district. They still got a playoff berth and will play somebody today. Somebody's lucky day as they face off against Anthony. Day rolling out to the right side, looking upfield, and has to send it out of bounds towards the Coahoma sidelines. Forces 2nd down and 10 as the clock stops at the beginning of this first quarter. It'll be real interesting to see how Compass does coming out of our district in the first and second round of the playoffs. I mean, they're going to face off against a 4 seed in the first round. You'd have to imagine Compass is going to win that, but Compass could go on a run as the Bucs looks towards the sidelines. There's a number of hurt Alpine Fighting Bucs, Alec Ramos and AJ Yanez, both seniors that were captains out at the center of the field, not dressed out today. As Day takes the snap, play action. Noah Reed, he runs up the middle, keeps the ball on the mesh with Zane De Leon, the freshman, back. Nowhere to go for Day Hardwick. He maybe gets a yard up the middle to force 3rd down and 9. Clock ticks down with 11:34 remaining in this first quarter. Again, Bucs in white with the gold helmets and purple accents and purple shouldering as Day looks to the sideline. Cloud Martinez in for Alpine, the sophomore back as the Bucs line up with trips off of the right tackle. And Cloud jumps back and forth behind Day, trying to pick a side. He goes to the right side. Day looking upfield. Only man over on that left side was Zane De Leon running an out route to the pylon, to the down marker, and he'll get, the ball sails over his head, falls incomplete, forcing 4th down, and the Buck punt crew will come out, again, without their starting punter on the year, Alec Ramos. Last week, it was Alex Adams who took it over. It's Alex Adams again here who sends this high and away, returning from the 46-yard line. They're going to angle off on the right side, have a little bit of grass there, up past the 45, 40, one man to beat there. And the Bucs drag them down just 3 yards or 4 yards separating the line of scrimmage from where the Bucs punted from and where Coahoma was able to return here in McCamey, Texas. Again, they'll start at the Buck 34-yard line. Alex Adams was thrown in the fire last week when Alec Ramos got hurt. Trying to send a few punts, was tested every way possible in that ball game against Compass, but got some reps in and got that one high and away. But again, a nice return by Coahoma. They run a reverse jet sweep here. Angles off on the left side, has the edge, past the 20, 10, into the end zone for a touchdown on the first play of scrimmage for Coahoma. They lead 6-0. I called it a reverse jet sweep. Really, he was just motioning off to the right side. Bucs were anticipating a quick snap and a jet sweep off to the right. Went past the quarterback. Then they snapped the ball. He stopped his momentum there. Went back left and had the jet sweep, the angle off to the left side. And a nice block thrown on the edge as Coahoma again takes the lead. Lines up to kick the extra point. This is Lanson Moore ready to kick this one away. Snap is good. Kick is up through the uprights, and it's 7-0 here in McCamey. We'll be back in a minute from Big Ben Radio. When it comes to protecting your home, don't settle for just any roof. Trust the experts at Talent Roofing, serving Alpine and all of West Texas. At Talent, we don't just build roofs, we build trust. Whether you're facing storm damage, need repairs, or are ready for a fresh, dependable roof, we've got you covered. Call Talent Roofing today at 432-837-7009 for your free estimate. Talent Roofing, where craftsmanship meets confidence. And that's Talent Roofing at 432-837-7009. Alpine Radio is your home for Fightin' Buck football all season long, and it's made possible by our incredible sponsors. A huge thank you to Tyler Reed Insurance, Talent Roofing, Skinner's Drilling and Well Service, Napa Auto Parts, Morrison's True Value, McCoy's Building Supplies, Holiday Inn and Hampton Inn Hotels, Maverick Bank, Big King and TV, Big Bend Regional Medical Center, Alpine Community Credit Union, In-N-Out Rental, Mountain Zone TV, and Lowe's Grocery Store, and all the businesses who support Alpine sports. When you shop local, you're powering Friday night lights, big plays, and hometown pride. From the first kickoff to the final whistle, Alpine Radio is bringing you Fighting Buck football, fueled by our community sponsors. Thanks for backing the Bucks. Again, one play from scrimmage for Coahoma, one touchdown on the jet sweep. Bucks take this return up to the 37-yard line. That's where we'll see the Buck offense for the second time around. The ball's on the left hash, and they have four wide receivers stacked up over on the right side. Day a keeper, power run off to the right side, trying to find the right edge, and Coahoma gets there and lays a big one to land Day Hardwick down in the backfield. That's Ty Reichichar on the tackle. Big man wearing number 88 and a gain of a couple of yards to force second down and 8 with 10-11 remaining in this first quarter. Man, I added the score to the wrong team. Sorry, it is 7-0 Coahoma. Wouldn't that be sweet? 7-0 Alpine is what I had over on YouTube a moment ago. We don't have video on YouTube. It's just the audio broadcast. So if you're listening on the radio, you have the same product minus the scoreboard. Day with a play action, rolling out to the left side. Has a man wide open. Thaddeus Prieto, 12 yards upfield. Makes the grab. Breaks a tackle at the 40. Up past the 30 and taken down on the sideline there. Big play for Thaddeus Prieto. Again, Day rolling out to that left side. He was wide open about 12 yards upfield. Deep safety was dropping back in coverage for a deep post route. And the Bucks are in Coahoma territory after the big play. Day looking to the sideline. As the Bucks line up with four wide receivers off to the right side. We ran that power set, but now we'll go opposite. We'll go weak side with Day. He has a block in about 5 yards. I like the play call there. You run that same look, four wide receivers off to the right with the ball in the left hash. You run the power set earlier where you run behind those wide receivers, and then a quick first down play and a gain of about 5 yards for Day as they go weak. Running opposite of their wide receivers on that right side as we look to the sideline. Again, second down and about 5. Ball's at the 24-yard line. This time, four wide receivers, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Ball still on that left hash. Day, play action, hits Tay in the flat. Tay, a nice turnaround catch, cuts back inside, dives forward to about the 21-yard line. Man, they're going to spot it at the 22. So a gain of just 2 yards on the play. There's a flag, though. It's coming against Alpine. Pushing us back. I didn't see the signal from the white hat. I'm guessing it's a 10-yard holding call. And it is. So second down, 10 yards from the line of scrimmage before that play, and it's second and about 15 for the Bucks. They're at the Coahoma 34-yard line. 8:45 and counting remaining in this first quarter. Again, the only play from offense for Coahoma resulted in a touchdown on a jet sweep. Day backing up. Pressured now. He's going to roll out to the right side. Just a 3-man blitz. There's another flag as he overthrows just an inch over the hands of Zane De Leon, the freshman. That flag came from the side judge on the far side. And if it's a hold on a 3-man blitz from Coahoma, that's bad news for Alpine. I think it's an eligible man downfield or illegal formation, one of the two. He tapped the top of his head. It'll push the Bucks back. No, maybe Coahoma declined it. They put it back to the original line of scrimmage before the penalty flag came in. They moved the marker to third down, and Coahoma declines the call. So Bucks not in field goal range. They need another about 20 yards to get in field goal range of 4-down territory in enemy territory as the Bucks take a timeout on 3rd and 15, maybe thinking about grabbing a few yards. They'll be all right getting short of the sticks, forcing 4th down and short, rather than airing a couple balls up deep. Again, you don't really have the opportunity to switch the field here at the 34-yard line of Coahoma. You're not in field goal territory, and a timeout from the Buck coaching staff. It's 3rd down and 15. Balls at the 34-yard line of Coahoma in black. Every time we've seen the Coahoma girls, I think we played them 2 years in a row in volleyball. They wear primarily red. Some of the JV kids have some red on their jerseys on the sidelines, or, all red jerseys. Coaching staff is in their red polos. Buck coaching staff wearing the purple polos today. There's no press box over on the visiting side. Everybody's tucked up here on the home stands in McCamey, 2A high school, who could be in our district next year if the Bucks bounce down to 2A. As Day takes the snap, 4-man rush, bounced out of the pocket, rolling out left, breaks an arm tackle there, lobs it upfield for Thaddeus, sliding grab made just inside of the sideline, up at the 24-yard line, gain of about 9 yards, and that's exactly what we needed to have a manageable 4th down. Coahoma's defense is walking back forward. Wow. I think they dropped another flag against Alpine. I didn't see where it was. I just saw the white hat official again point towards Alpine. This time they'll push us back 5 yards, and it'll be a replay of 3rd down. 3 flags in just this set of downs against Alpine. We weren't battling uphill hard enough, facing off against a Coahoma team that's only lost against Wall in district play. It's 3rd and about 20. 3 wide receivers stacked up on the right side. There's one on the left. Day takes the snap. Looking upfield. 4-man rush. Steps up into the pocket. Now angling up past the line of scrimmage. Bounces out left. 10 yards upfield. 15, 20, and has a 1st down. Scramble of 21 yards for Day Hardwick, who steps up into the pocket in his quick feet. Grabs a 1st down. In an impossible situation for Alpine, they're in the red zone, up at the 17-yard line. Just good pocket awareness for Day Hardwick. Early on in the season, there were times where Day was trying to step up in the pocket against some big teams, especially like Compass in our district. They would pinch him off. They would solidify that line of scrimmage as this is right through the hands of Zane De Leon on a screen play on the left side. Ball is incomplete, 2nd down. Zane just running before he caught the football. But it seemed like Coahoma, their defensive line, really selling out to get today. Losing sight of that line of scrimmage. No true spy in the area. And Day able to get it done with his feet. Bucks moving on their 2nd drive of the day. Trailing 7-0. Again, it's 2nd down and 10 with a 4 wide receiver set for the senior quarterback, Day Hardwick. His brother off to the right side, Tay. It's a handoff to Cloud Martinez, the sophomore. Has a hole in the left side, upfield for a couple of yards before getting swallowed up by the linebackers of Coahoma. Again, Cloud wasn't getting regular reps for this team until the 2nd half of the season. We had to switch things up. Right now at right tackle is David Baca. David Baca started the year as our running back, but we decided to stack up the offensive line with some bigger bodies. And David Baca now at that right tackle position. Day looking in the flat on the right side. Has his man, Zane De Leon, who lowers his shoulder into a couple of would-be tacklers, and they take him down at the 14-yard line. So that forces 4th down and about 7 to go. Bucks have a change of personnel. The kicking tee tossed from the sidelines, and we'll try a field goal. It'll be a 31-yarder. Make it a 30-yarder for Alex Adams. Day Hardwick set back to hold. I saw him hit a 39-yarder in warm-ups. Here's the snap. Kick is up and blocked by Coahoma. They recollect and fall back on the ground, grabbing a couple extra yards on that line of scrimmage. On the block kick, they lead 7-0. One play from their offense and one touchdown on the day. As we'll send it to a quick commercial break. Now, they're already out on the field. We won't send it to any break. Again, Bucks with a nice drive there, trying to grab a few points to capitalize early. And the kick blocked by Coahoma. They'll line up with 2 backs in the backfield. Their quarterback, Austin Jones, in the shotgun. 5'11", 135 pounds. Austin takes the snap, play action, looking upfield. Goes through his progressions, has a man 10 yards upfield running an out route, stopped up there at the 33, fights forward to about the 37-yard line. So a gain of 14 and a first down for Coahoma on their second play from scrimmage. Jones looks to the sideline. Seth Dutchover takes him down. Bucks have 5 on the line of scrimmage right now. 2 linebackers and a bunch of bodies tucked in tight for Coahoma. They hand off. Big back running off on the right side. Fighting through the first tackle, 4 yards upfield, and has a gain of 9. Coahoma on 2nd down and 1 at their own 46-yard line. Jones takes the snap. Tries a handoff. Now he's bouncing around the pocket. There's a flag on the play. He gets upfield. Broke a couple of arm tackles again in the backfield. I think that flag is coming against the right tackle of Coahoma in a hold. Getting in the backfield without breaking the rules as, again, Coahoma's called for the hold. So on 2nd and 1, they had a gain of about 5 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 11. 5:21 remaining in this first quarter. It's 7-0 Bulldogs. Couple of Bulldogs in the stands. I've heard some cowbells before the game. You know, those are artificial noisemakers. I think we should call up the UIL and get Coahoma to forfeit the ball game. It's Jones with the snap in the shotgun. Hands off to the back. He runs up the middle untouched. Up the field 11 yards, 20 yards, up past the 40, and a nice ankle tackle from Thaddeus Prieto at the Buck 40-yard line. So they go from their own 36 to the Buck 38 on a run from their freshman running back. 1st down and 10. As Coahoma looks to the sideline. The Bucks have done a better job eliminating the big play on this drive, and I'll knock on wood as I say that. Jones in the shotgun. Play action, wide open up the seam, over the shoulder, grab is dropped. Right as I said it, they had an open go route that's dropped on the goal line. He had about 5 yards between him and any Alpine Fightin Buck. It was a perfectly placed ball by Jones, over the shoulder grab, just through his hands. As again, it falls incomplete. I think that was Jaden Henderson. Second down and 10. They keep running that tight end from the right side in motion. He goes back behind the center, then pops out to the right side as their quarterback on the run. Jones finds a man on an out route, and wow, he phases upfield after making the grab about 10 yards upfield. You blink, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown, making it 13-0. That was the same wide receiver who dropped the go route a moment ago, Jaden Henderson. We're going to have to be careful about the, I think about that tight end look. They might go with a direct snap to the tight end at some point in a wildcat type formation. Again, it's 13-0 early on. Lanson Moore ready to kick this one. It's up through the uprights and good. We'll be back in a moment from Big Ben Radio. Again, 14-0. Bulldogs on top.
Big Canyon TV is your West Texas home for the newest and best Samsung TVs. Don't drive out of town and risk breaking your new TV on the ride home. Let Big Canyon deliver and set up the new TV right where you want it. We can even mount them to the wall. Plus, we'll show you how to use it and ensure it's set up right so you're getting the most out of your new set. Big Canyon TV, 610 North 5th, or call us at 837-7484.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Again, Bucks trailing 14-0 with 4:10 remaining in this first quarter. Bucks' last drive was stopped on a 31-yard field goal attempt that was blocked by Coahoma. As Cloud collects this at the 9, up past the 15, shimmy in there, angles off on the right side past the 20, 25, 30, and dragged down from behind at the 40-yard line. That'll be your H&R Block return of the first half. Again, brought to you by H&R Block back in Alpine, where you can maximize your tax return come tax season. That ball is spotted at the 40-yard line again with 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It's 14-0 Coahoma, and Bucks need another long drive here. Two drives, two scores for Coahoma. A touchdown pass from their quarterback, Jones. Austin Jocelyn. I was calling him Jones that whole drive. It's Austin Jocelyn, their quarterback. It's a 4-wide receiver look. Day with the keeper. Bounces out off on the right side, up past the 40, where the line of scrimmage was, and taken down after a 1 or 2 yard gain by a couple of linebackers for Coahoma. That's Lanson Moore in on the tackle, who's also the kicker for the team. They have 4 down linemen as the Bucks look to the play call on 2nd and 8. The kicker is a linebacker right now, along with Parker White, a freshman. A linebacker in zone coverage here on the near side. Day takes the snap. Quarterback draws. He keeps running off on the right side, angling up and taken down. Big hit thrown from behind by the kicker, Lanson Moore. Day gets a few, though. He'll add 5. Make it 3rd down and about 3 up at the 47-yard line. As the clock ticks under 3 minutes. Again, Bucks trailing 14-0. 2 drives for the Bucks. First resulted in 3 and out. Then a big return on the punt and a 1-play touchdown on a jet sweep for Coahoma. Then a long drive by the Bucks. Blocked field goal and a long drive in response for Coahoma as they punch it in with a touchdown throw. Handoff, run up the middle for Cloud Martinez on 3rd and 3. He loses a yard and force 4th down. With the special teams woes for Alpine, the offense is out on the field. Looking to the sideline, nobody's really gotten into position just yet on 4th and 4 from the 46. I think there's a solid chance we go for it. 15 seconds now on the play clock. Still nobody moving. Now we'll line up. 10 seconds on the play clock. Day in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers to the left side. Again, 4th down and 4. Hard count from Day. Nobody jumps. 2 seconds, 1 second, and timeout from the Fightin' Bucks sideline. We'll be back in a moment here from Big Bend Radio. The cold weather has struck Alpine, which means that basketball is right around the corner. Celebrate Alpine Fighting Buck basketball in the start of their season with the Wilson Stice Invitational. That's the first annual Wilson Stice Invitational, taking place on November 21st and 22nd. The Lady Bucks and Fightin' Bucks will host a slew of teams here at the Buck Dome and the Gallego Center over at Sul Ross State University. Again, November 21st and 22nd. Mark your calendars for Buck basketball. You heard that? Alpine Fightin' Buck basketball is already underway. Man, the Lady Bucks had their first ball game the other day as they hosted Monahans with, I think the Bucks are in action this weekend as Coach Hardwick on the far sideline along with the Fightin' Bucks and the seniors on this football team will be in action. Day rolling out to the right side, looking upfield, looking for a 50-50 ball, a go route for Tay Hardwick. He was tangled up with the DB in coverage in the area. And the official rule is that it was a fair battle, an arm checking from both sides, and it falls incomplete. No flag on the play, forcing a turnover on downs where Coahoma will take over from the Buck 46-yard line. No, there's a flag. There's a flag standing at the feet of the coaching staff of Coahoma. It looks like it's coming against Alpine as we change our personnel and the defense comes out on the field. Coahoma declines the call. And again, they still have it first down and 10 at the Buck 46. Looking to go 3 for 3 is the junior quarterback, Austin Jocelyn. He'll have one back off to his right side. Now, this is a strange formation. There's 2 tight ends on the right side, 2 backs back behind the tight ends, 3 yards back behind him. They'll motion one across, fake the jet sweep. Now Jocelyn keeping on the right side, tucking inside. Great job securing the edge was David Baca as he's taken down inside. A 3 yards. They'll line up with that same formation. Again, 2 tight ends on the right side off the right tackle, 2 backs in the backfield back behind the tight ends. Now they'll motion one of those backs back to the quarterback, a handoff. He's running a jet sweep across. And again, David Baca sealing the edge. They break through the Baca arm tackle, bounce, big gain. Where Baca almost took him down in the backfield. I know it's cutting out over on the radio. Trying to fix the technical issues. It hasn't been too bad today. It's a 3 or 4 wide receiver look as Jocelyn. So they line up with a power set at the midfield point. Now in the red zone, they're lining up in a spread look. Handoff to a back. He's running right up the middle. Man, he is untouched past the line of scrimmage, running forward with a head of steam and doesn't meet a Fighting Buck until he steps in the end zone for a touchdown. 19-yard touchdown run for the freshman back Aiden Rodriguez makes it 20-0. Coahoma will kick this extra point with 46 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Snap is good. Kick is up and blocked by Alpine. It's tailing off towards the sideline. Thaddeus Prieto, Day Hardwick will pick the ball up right inside that sideline. Nowhere to go for Day as he falls down there. And we'll be back in a moment from Big Bend Radio as the Bucks set to receive, trailing 21-0.
Whether you're here to explore Big Bend, cheer on the Lobos, or just watch the West Texas sunset, Hampton Inn and Alpine is your home away from home. Wake up refreshed in a cozy bed, enjoy our hot breakfast, always free, just minutes from Sul Ross State University in downtown Alpine. We put comfort and convenience on the map. Hampton Inn and Alpine, where West Texas hospitality meets Hilton comfort. Book today at hampton.com.
At Maverick Bank, we don't just bank, we break the mold. Bold, independent, and built for Texas. We make decisions locally with your goals in mind. Whether you're growing a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help you move forward. Visit www.maverick.bank or stop by your nearest location in Alpine, Fort Davis, or Presidio. Maverick Bank, legacy-driven, future-focused. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Two deep return men for Alpine, Cloud Martinez and Tay Hardwick. Couple of sophomores. As this kick is up and away. Really a squib headed for Tay. He collects at the 12-yard line. Angles off on the left side, up past the 20, 25, and taken down there by Zane De Leon, the freshman, after he gets to about the 26. We're excited about that Fightin' Buck basketball team. Tay and Day, along with their coach and their father, Coach Aaron Hardwick, going to lead the way along with a number of upperclassmen. I hope Alec Ramos, who's in a cast today or a shoulder sling, will be all right. Kelton Tarrant, not a Fightin' Buck football player. He'll be a crucial part of that team. It's a 4-wide receiver look for Day. He hands off a jet sweep coming across. It's Thaddeus Prieto, who's taken down in the backfield. Football is out. Bucks fall on the football. There's a flag over on the far side. I think that was Darius Portillo. No, that was Seth Dutchover who fell on the ball. Aaron Roach on the tackle there again, just spinning around Thaddeus in the backfield on the jet sweep look. There's a flag on the play. Declined by Coahoma. And it'll force second down in about 18 yards. Power set right now. Everybody tucked in tight. Two wide receivers off the left tackle, two off the right tackle, and Day looks up the seam. It was short for Dane Jeffers. Maybe batted down by somebody in Day's face as it falls a few yards out ahead of Dane Jeffers. Hey, Isaiah Jimenez, another Fightin' Buck basketball player. Coach says that there's 6 seniors on this year's team. As Day lines up in the shotgun again with 4 wide receivers, just 23 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Day takes the snap, looking upfield, steps up right in the pocket, 4-man rush, and makes the spy miss. No. The opposite of makes the spy miss. He is laid out by the spy at the 11-yard line, drops the football, and Coahoma recovers at the 9. Wow, the tackle in the spy was the kicker again. I think he's more of a linebacker than a kicker, Lanson Moore. As Coahoma leading 20-0. Will take over at the Buck 9. Their quarterback lines up in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers, 1 back, that freshman off to his right side. It's the quarterback Reed. He chooses to keep, run up the middle, taken down by a couple of Bucks there. That was Zane De Leon meeting him in the hole, as well as Connor Ramirez. As the end of the first quarter strikes, clock hits 0, and we'll return here in a moment from Big Ben Radio. Coahoma up 20-0.
Enjoy the familiar comforts of Holiday Inn Express as you explore the mysterious beauties of West Texas. We offer spacious rooms with large bathrooms, complimentary breakfast that will spoil your taste buds, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor pool, and even electric vehicle charging. Holiday Inn Express, your oasis in the desert in Alpine, Texas, 2004 East Highway 90. Call 432-837-9597.
Stephanie from Dr. Seuss. I got a note, he's got a car, he's got a boat, and if we have time, can we give him a quote?
Of course we can, Renee, and we can do it today. And if he likes, a policy for his bikes or his home. Does he live in a dome? We can cover his travels if he likes to roam.
Well, we'll cover it all. I'll give him a call.
If it's insurance you need, call Tally Reed, 837-3459. You'll be fine here in Alpine.
Again, it'll be second and goal at the Bucks 7-yard line for Coahoma. Sul Ross women's basketball starts up tomorrow, with Sul Ross men's basketball starting up on Sunday. Coach E.J. Lee Smith hosts one of the New Mexico schools tomorrow. Again, that's in Alpine as their quarterback rolls out to the right side, looking at the tail end of the end zone, through the hands of his intended target, incomplete. Coahoma looking to the sideline after the incomplete pass. With two wide receivers, one tight end on the right side of the offensive line, and two backs in the backfield. He'll motion one wide receiver off on that right side. Now the quarterback takes the snap. Play action, airing it out for the right side of the end zone. Has a man wide open on an out route to the corner. That's the same target as before. One of those big red zone targets, Landon Wells, a 6'4" senior tight end. As Coahoma leads 26-0, they'll line up to kick the extra point. Again, Sul Ross women's basketball at home tomorrow. That's at 1 o'clock. This is up through the uprights and good. Then Sul Ross football has their last game of the year up in Odessa against UTPB. We'll have that game on the radio. That starts at 7. And finally, Coach Xavier Webb and Sul Ross basketball has their first couple of ball games up in Colorado on Sunday and Monday. And you can watch those on the Flow Sports Network as they start their season off. Fightin Buck basketball has their first game. I think it's tomorrow on the road. As we already discussed, Lady Buck basketball played Monahans a couple of days ago. They lost to Monahans, the 4A program. Bucks are set to receive, and they push us back to our own 35-yard line. Was that a coaching staff decision? I'm not sure that. No, there's a flag against Alpine, so that will push Coahoma up 15 yards on the personal foul call. And they will kick it from the Buck 45. Some extracurriculars after the extra point. I didn't see them happen, but it's 27-0. The Bucks trying to make something happen on offense. Deep return man, not so deep. We'll see what they do. They send it high and away. It'll be a touchback as it lands at the tail end of the end zone. Again, we'll see this Alpine Fightin Buck offense. One solid drive today. And when I say a solid drive, it really was an excellent drive where we had the field goal blocked at the tail end of it. We had one set of downs where we had 3 flags come against us. We're still able to grab the first down on 3rd and 20. As Day lines up in the shotgun here. Tay, Thaddeus, and Zane off to his left side. Cloud Martinez, the back in the backfield, also off to his left side. And Dane Jeffers on the right. Day takes the snap, play action, looking for Thaddeus on the screen. Has his man. Thaddeus angles up behind Darius Portillo. Block for a gain of about 6 yards. Darius Portillo, Alex Adams, and Adriel Valenzuela, the entire left side of the offensive line, getting out on that left side on the screen look. Opening a path for Thaddeus again to get 6 yards as Day will line up with 3 wide receivers off to his left side, 1 tight end on the right. Ball's on the left hash, so everybody tucked in on this left side. It's a handoff for Cloud, trying to find a hole, nothing doing. Loss of 2. Taken down by Gage Simmons, a senior defensive lineman. Third down and 7. So the clock ticks down with 10:40 remaining in the second quarter. 27-0 Coahoma. Bucks need a first down here just to limit the damage. As Day takes the snap, empty set, 5 wide receivers, steps up, shimmies out of the pocket, finds Thaddeus, just overthrew Thaddeus in a crossing route up the field as it falls incomplete, forcing 4th and 7, and our punt crew comes out. Well, I hate to call a ball game in the second quarter, but things are looking bleak for Alpine's chances of survival and their chances to move on to the area championship round. Let's hope the seniors get a few nice plays in at the tail end of today. As this punt is up around the 48-yard line, taking a Coahoma bounce. They step up and start the return and get it back to the Buck line of scrimmage. 2 punt returns for Coahoma on the day, and 2 returns back to the original line of scrimmage. As they will take over at the Buck 29-yard line. A bunch of underclassmen getting some good reps for Alpine on the varsity level as well this year. They just shouted at the chain gang after they took a big lick on the sideline. It's 2 tight ends on the right, 2 backs behind those tight ends. Again, it's their quarterback rolls out to the right side. Met by David Baca in the backfield. A foot race, aired up on the left side through the hands of our linebacker, and it falls incomplete. Intended for that 6'4" tight end. That was Connor Ramirez backing up, trying to climb the ladder and intercept the football, and it forces 2nd down and 10. I'm glad that David Baca, the senior, has stayed healthy throughout the season. Should be ready for golf season come up next spring as Coahoma jumps off sides and it forces 2nd and 15. They're at the Buck 34-yard line. Again, David Baca was in a 4-man playoff to go to state as an individual last year as a junior. And hopefully will put himself in a similar situation again this year. It's a 3 wide receiver look. Again, that wing back motions behind the center, then off to the right side. They follow that power side, and an ankle tackle takes down the freshman back after a gain of about 4 yards. And a Buck spot there. They'll give him 2 yards. 3rd down and 13 to go. Again, the ball is at the 32-yard line of Alpine. Same look. Wing back on the right side with 2 wide receivers on the right. They look to the sideline for the play call. Take the snap without motioning the wing back. Now the quarterback looking for a 50-50 ball. Has a quick wide receiver and an over-the-shoulder grab on the left side of the end zone for a touchdown. Man, that boy is quick at the line of scrimmage. Andre Russian, a 5'9" senior wide receiver and defensive back. As Coahoma will line up to kick the extra point, leading 33-0. Well, they're getting revenge for the Alpine Lady Buck volleyball win against Coahoma in the bi-district championship round here in McCamey last week. As the kick is up and good, a knuckleball spitting over the uprights. We'll be back in a moment. Again, 34-0 Coahoma.
Get it done. That's what McCoy's is all about. For that home or commercial project, McCoy's has a friendly and knowledgeable staff always ready to help. And with McCoy's, they'll make your job easier with do-it-yourself tips and tools. Order online, and they'll have it ready for you, even loaded up. And free delivery with $50 or over purchase under 1,000 pounds within a 25-mile radius, Monday through Saturday. McCoy's offers online bill paying and invoice management with flexible credit options. At McCoy's, their purpose is to make life easier and more fulfilling for those who build.
Bucks ready to return. Again, the goal of this drive is to keep the offense on the field, to get a few positive sets. Normally, I'd say just to give your defense a breather, but with most of these Bucks playing two ways, it's not about giving the defense a breather. It's just about keeping Coahoma and their offense off the field with their high-powered ability to score. Cloud Martinez starts the return from the 5, angles up to about the 17, where he's taken down by the Bulldogs. Again, I hear cowbells up in the stands. I think Coahoma should forfeit the ball game. With the artificial noisemakers, ball is again they'll spot it at the 19-yard line. So a buck spot there for Cloud Martinez. As Adriel Valenzuela, your starting center, lines up over the football. Day takes the snap. Man in his face quickly. It was a screen look for Zane De Leon on the left side. Zane has a few yards, the freshman. Second down and 7 to go. Yeah, so word is that Alpine has fallen in population to the level of a 2A school, with the 2A schools cutoff increasing every year as well. Alpine should be competing at the 2A level next year. Day takes the snap, looks on the right side, overthrown for Tay Hardwick, maybe tipped up at the line of scrimmage by that 6'4" tight end who had the touchdown catch earlier, as it forces 3rd down and 6. Schools that could be in our district: McCamey, Ira Ann, Wink, as well as a few others. I heard that McCamey might lose Ira Ann. Ira Ann might fall to the 1A level next year. But I think that would be a positive change in all sports, as the Bucks would get, honestly, some better competition in the other sports. As Day tries rolling out on the right side. Now he's scrambling about, lobbing it upfield. It falls incomplete towards the Bucks sideline, again on 3rd down and 6, forcing 4th down, and a change of personnel as the Buck punt crew will come out. Well, they haven't come out just yet. There they are. Bucks don't bleed any time off the clock, 8:15 remaining. Haven't been able to get the run game going. To try and bleed off the clock again, coach, the Texas Tech product. The offensive coordinator likes the air raid look. Wow, we'll go with a quick snap there. Caught me off guard. This one low, turning to about the 44-yard line. We'll see if McCamey can get a nice return. Makes one man miss. That's Baca up past the 50. Now the 45, 40, 30, 25, 20, 10, and a touchdown. That is a quick kid on the return. A sophomore, Austin Molina, takes it back for 6. That's one way to keep your defense off the field. We'll see the Buck offense here in a moment as Coahoma leads 40-0. Extra point. Snap is good. Kick is up and through the uprights. We'll be back in a moment. It's 41-0 Coahoma.
Alpine Community Credit Union wants to thank Alpine and its residents for making Alpine such a terrific place to live by supporting its customers with the best professional and friendliest service in town. Federally insured, they can help you with loans, businesses, savings, or any banking need that you might have. Experience our beautiful clean lobby and that down-home professional small-town courtesy that you can only expect from, well, a small town. Alpine Community Credit Union.
With everything you've got on your plate, it can be difficult to manage healthcare for the whole family. At Big Bend Regional Health Clinic, we make it easy to find a provider and schedule care right from your phone or laptop. Whether it's an injury on the practice field or time for annual physicals, just visit bigbendanytime.com, select your preferred provider and appointment time, and you're good to go. Our clinic team specializes in compassionate and personalized treatment for patients of all ages. Schedule today at bigbendanytime.com.
Coahoma set to kick this away. Ball is at the 40-yard line. Deep returnment, Tay Hardwick and Cloud Martinez. Coahoma located off of I-20. Up past Big Spring as this is up and away. It's a return opportunity for Cloudy. Bobbles it at the 11. Picks it back up. Trying to make a man miss there. Nowhere to go and taken down at the 14-yard line. That's where we'll see the Buck offense, who just went 3 and out a moment ago before the punt return for a touchdown. 7:55 remains in the second quarter. As the Buck offense talks to the coaching staff. Man, I wonder if they have a Texas high school scoreboard somewhere with the scores. I'd be curious to know what Compass is doing out of our district, what Crane is doing, what London is doing. That's where Coach Andy Smith is, as this is a handoff and a run on the right side. Gain of 1 yard for the Bucks on first down. A carry from Cloud Martinez. .33 as the clock ticks down. Wow. Compass played last night and lost in the first round of the playoffs as this falls incomplete. 3rd down and 9. Compass lost 35-18 against Merkel. Eliminated in the very first round. How about that? If Compass got eliminated, you have to think Crane did. Crane right now is losing 27-7 in the first half against Grape Creek. This district for Coahoma is beating up on Alpine's district. It's a deep post route for Tay Hardwick, falls incomplete. Just a yard overthrown on 3rd and 9, forces 4th down and 9. And a change of personnel as the punt crew comes out. 3 punts today, a return twice back to the line of scrimmage, and a touchdown return a moment ago for the sophomore Austin Molina, who's ready to return. His feet placed at the 50-yard line. This is high. Shouldn't be returnable. Takes a buck bounce past the 40, 50, 40. And one of the highlights of the day for Alex Adams in this Buck team as it rolls all the way to the 37-yard line. And Coach Andy Smith has a tough matchup in the first round, too, as London Pirate team is facing a 9-1 Rio Hondo team tonight. No live scoreboard online there. Quarterback takes the snap, a handoff, a run up the middle. He breaks his way past some arm tackles at the first line of defense, is taken down by the Bucs about 8 yards upfield. Set Dutch over on the tackle for Alpine. Again, a gain of 8, 2nd down and 2. Ball is at the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. They lead 41-0 with 6:35 remaining in the second quarter. Junior quarterback takes the snap, looking up the seam, has a man wide open over the shoulder, grab at the 30. He has to slow down to get it. Makes a man miss there at the 15 and angles off towards the center of the end zone for a touchdown. Nice shimmy and shake after he made the grab. Again, he had a couple of steps on the DBs, had to slow down to make the grab, and made Tay and another man miss back there and gets in the end zone for a 45-yard touchdown reception. It's 47-0 Coahoma, and they'll line up to kick the extra point with 6:21 remaining in this second quarter. Snap is good. Kick is low. Ball's in somebody's possession. They're scrapping for it around the 12-yard line. I think the Bucs had it and tried to return it. Connor Ramirez blocked the kick. And we'll send to a quick commercial break. It's the Bucs trail 47-0 with 6:21 remaining in the second quarter. They will receive in a moment.
Is that old lawnmower or tractor having a hard time starting? Is it mowing your lawn uneven? Is it tearing the grass and not cutting it? It may be time for you to upgrade to a new steel mower or tractor from In-N-Out Rental, Alpine's only authorized steel dealer. In-N-Out has a complete line of yard care equipment and tools, and their knowledgeable and friendly staff can assist you answering any questions you may have. In-N-Out Rental, 604 West Holland, here to make lawn care easier.
Bucs return team out here on the field with Tay and Cloud deep. Out in front of, no, that's Dane Jeffers. It's Tay and Dane. Cloud up on that second line. Out in front of him is Connor Ramirez. Riley Vasquez here on the near side. This is over. No, that's not Riley. That's John Ritchie on the near side. It's over John's head. Dane bobbles it and falls forward to the 21 on the return. Dane, a senior. John, a freshman. The Bucs have been stopped on 3 and out. I think 3 straight drives now, trying to put together a first down. As they come out of the huddle and away from the sideline here in McCamey, Texas. Where they're on an all-turf field, a big Badger at the center of the field. 4 wide receivers on the right side. It's a read for Day. He angles off on the left, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, up past the 30, and spun out of bounds towards this Coahoma sideline at the 34. Gain of 11 yards and a first down for Tay on the read and keep. Good read at that. Well, I don't see the kicker in at linebacker. Maybe some of the second team in for Coahoma. was a freshman who brought him down in Ty Reichachar. The Coahoma broadcaster for their radio station told me to say Reichachar as Day takes the snap handoff to Cloud. Cloud bouncing around and has a couple of yards, maybe a gain of 3 or 4 on first down for the Bucks. The clock ticks under 5 minutes to go. 47-0 Coahoma. Day with the keeper on the right side. Angles off. Power run. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and pushed out of bounds a couple of yards upfield from there, forcing third and about 3 to go for Alpine at their own 40-yard line. Miles Pierce, a freshman linebacker, pushes him out. Still some big bodies on this line of scrimmage for Coahoma. That freshman on the near sideline in Ty is a big kid as well. He's listed as 6'3". How they have 6'3" freshmen in Coahoma, Texas. It's Dave angling off on the left side, breaking an arm tackle around the line of scrimmage and getting upfield for a gain of about 9 yards, up to the 49-yard line. I was talking to somebody, when you drive into Coahoma, it says the population of the town is 900 people. They must have some folks from some other towns at the high school, with Alpine having 5,000 people in town. I don't know how a town of 900 people has freshmen at 6'3". 4 wide receiver look on the right side. Day with the keeper on the left side, that weak side run, and he has nowhere to go, maybe a yard, to get into enemy territory at the 48. Clock ticks under 4 minutes in the second quarter. 30 on the tackle. For Coahoma, Mason Pierce. That's a sophomore. Three wide receivers stacked up off that right tackle. Day looking in that direction. Scrambles around the pocket. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's upfield, racing with an extra head of steam past the line to gain and up to about the 36-yard line. Noel Loya on the tackle, a senior, takes him down. And the Bucks look to the sideline, moving the ball down the field. 3:11 remaining in the quarter as Day takes the snap, play action. It's a screen look on the right side. Coahoma does a good job getting the backfield, breaking up the look, and Day just has to spike the football after the offensive line sees on through and has a man in his face without the screen there. It's an incomplete pass, forcing second down and 10. Emerson Roach, a freshman wide receiver over on that far side. Tay tucks in tight with 3 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Thaddeus to the left side of Emerson. Dane to the left side of Thaddeus, and timeout on the play from Alpine, their second of the first half. We'll be back in a moment. It's 47-0 Coahoma with 3:06 remaining in the second quarter.
$50% off. That's what you get on any one item priced $50 or less at Morrison's True Value Hardware Store and Morrison True Value Gardens. To get your 50% off, all you have to do is present the coupon from the front of the Savings of the Season flyer from Morrison's. The only items excluded are items that are on sale, ammo, and leather products. And you have till December 1st to use that coupon. Get it, use it. Compliments of your locally owned True Value Hardware Store.
I'm still shocked that Merkel was able to take down Compass so easily. Compass went undefeated in our district. Had an army on their sideline. And again, dropped their ball game to Merkel 35-18. Day in the shotgun on 2nd down and 10. Takes the snap, play action with Cloud. Looking upfield, a couple in his face. 4-man rush from Coahoma. Sends it upfield, has Thaddeus right around the line to gain. Flag drops from the side official here on the near side. Right around, well, kind of in the secondary. Yeah, an eligible man downfield. He dropped that 5 yards upfield from the line of scrimmage, and then kind of whispered to our offensive linemen as they were returning to the line of scrimmage. And an eligible man downfield on 2nd down and 15, or I guess 2nd down and 10, forces 2nd and 15. After the big catch from Thaddeus a moment ago. 4 wide receiver look. Day takes a snap. Has the freshman Roach on a screen look on the right side. He follows a couple of blockers upfield for a gain of 13 yards. It's one of Roach's first varsity catches here in a playoff opportunity. He was patient following his blockers. They'll say a gain of 11 yards, forcing 2nd and 4. Two-minute warning on the field. We'll send to another intermission. No, it's not 2-minute warning. There's 2:31 remaining in the quarter. Timeout on the field. We'll be back in a moment.
Lowe's Market traces its history to E.M. Bud Lowe, who sold candy and sundries from the back of his truck in Littlefield, Texas in the 1940s. In 1964, Bob opened the first Lowe's Market, a small grocery store in Olton, Texas. Since then, Lowe's has expanded into small and medium-sized towns and cities throughout Texas and New Mexico. When Lowe's makes an investment in a community, they also make a commitment to serve the community with the highest quality and selection, along with fair pricing. Lowe's, your family grocery.
Day will take the snap on 3rd and 5. It's a read. He angles off on the right side, has a hold, but a nice ankle tackle brings him down. A gain of just 1 yard on the play. 4th down and 4 to go now for Alpine. So we look to the sideline with 2:02, 2:01, 2 minutes remaining. Now the 2-minute warning coming. Again, it's 4th down and about 4 to go for the Fighting Bucks, trailing 47-0 against Coahoma in the Bi-District Championship round. We'll be back in a moment.
50% off. That's what you get on any one item priced $50 or less at Morrison's True Value Hardware Store and Morrison True Value Gardens. To get your 50% off, all you have to do is present the coupon from the front of the Savings of the Season flyer from Morrison's. The only items excluded are items that are on sale, ammo, and leather products. And you have till December 1st to use that coupon. Get it, use it. Compliments of your locally owned True Value Hardware Store.
A nice little drive put together by Alpine. We'll see if they can punch one in at the tail end of this first half. They were close to scoring on their second drive of the ball game. It was just 7-0 when Alpine drove down the field. Forced a 4th and about 5. Inside the red zone, we tried the field goal, and Alex Adams' kick was blocked. It's Day in the shotgun with the 3 wide receiver look. Play action. He's running up the middle, fighting forward, falling forward, and has a first down. Gain of 5 on 4th and 4. And the Bucks at the 25-yard line have it 1st and 10 as the clock ticks under a minute 54. Day looks to the sideline, stands in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Ball's on the right hash. Day takes the snap, handoff. It was a slow mesh, kind of a bobbled mesh with Claude Martinez, and he has nowhere to go by the time he collects the football. 2nd down. Alpine Fighting Buck Band is here today, as well as the cheerleaders. Band will have a halftime show. After Day takes the snap, it's a four-man rush, has a flat screen look for Tay on the near side, and it's just low at the feet of Tay. He drops it as it hits his feet, forcing an incomplete pass in 3rd and 10 at the 25. This would be a 42-yard field goal. Again, I saw Alex hit a 40-yarder during warm-up. But I wouldn't say it's in his range. 3rd down and 10 with trips stacked off of the left tackle. Day takes the snap. 5-man rush from Coahoma. Day trying to step up. His jersey grabbed there. He lobs it up. 50-50 ball on the right side. It falls incomplete. Looking for Emerson Roach. Just an emergency lob as Coahoma was able to force pressure and force Day to air it up. 4th down and 10 balls at the 25. 55 seconds remain in the half. Bucks looking at the sideline for the play call. Offense stays on the field on 4th and 10. 4 wide receiver look. Play action. Lobbed up the middle. Thaddeus, it's in his hands, and he drops it. Falls incomplete. Turnover on downs. Thaddeus had a guy off to his left side real close. I don't think he touched Thaddeus or the football as Thaddeus was angling inside of him on a shallow post. And Coahoma will have it 1st down and 10 at their own 25. We'll see if they try and run some real sets here with 49 seconds remaining in the half. Up 47-0. Their quarterback, the junior, the starter, is still in the ball game, along with the starting freshman running back behind him. They have 4 wide receivers. Looks like they're going to run some real sets. They have a quick slant. Found upfield for a gain of 10 yards. Breaks a tackle from behind up past the 40 and quick up to about the 44-yard line. That was the quick wide receiver who caught the go route on the left side of the end zone for a touchdown a couple of drives ago, and Andre Rushin, a 5'9" senior wide receiver. Listed at 155 pounds. Their quarterback, 5'11", 135 pounds. He takes the snap. Handoff, run up the middle from the freshman back. Upfield 10 yards, breaks a tackle there. Stiff arm thrown, puts a buck down at the 35, up past the 30, up to the 25-yard line. Again, that's a freshman. Aiden Rodriguez, 5'10", 190 pounds. And he is tearing his way through Alpine today. 31 seconds remain in the first half. There's a buck down on the sideline over there. He was in on the tackle of Aiden Rodriguez. And either an injury timeout or a timeout on the field as both teams have returned to their sideline. I think it's just an injury stoppage. That's Darius Portillo over on the sideline. He gets up under his own power. Doesn't have to go far to get to the bench. And the Buck defense out there now without Portillo. Defensive line, Phoenix Martinez, a freshman in there now. Four wide receiver look as the quarterback motions one across. Pump fakes. Now scrambling around, dancing in the pocket. 5 Bucks heading his way. He lobs it up for the end zone, and his 6'4" tight end makes the grab at the front edge of the end zone for a touchdown. That's 53 Coahoma. Well, when you see number 12 at 6'4", you can just kind of lob it up in his direction, and he'll find the football as they will try and kick an extra point. I think they've replaced their kicker now. 24 ready to kick instead of number 8. Hunter Mims, or Huntley Mims, he's a senior. As Huntley sends this through the uprights, it's good. We'll be back in a moment as the Bucks will take a kickoff, trailing 54-0 with 22 seconds remaining in the first half.
Up here in the mountains, you don't settle, and neither do we. Mountain Zone TV brings crystal clear cable, lightning fast internet, and reliable service right to your cabin, lodge, or backcountry home. Dallas Cowboy fans who live in Presidio, Marfa, Fort Davis, and Marathon can catch the Cowboys in action with a Mountain Zone TV cable package. Because here at Mountain Zone TV, we're doing business right.
The Bucks return crew out on the field. As I was ready to send this one away. I don't see their starting kicker and linebacker on the sideline. Yeah, he wears number 8, and he is nowhere to be seen on the sideline. Oh, there he is. His helmet's off. He's over there on the far side as this is picked up by the freshman for Alpine, Richie, at the 25 on a squib look, and the kid that just did a somersault for Coahoma also ran a kick or a punt back for a touchdown earlier. He's just a sophomore, Austin Molina. Bucks with 2 wide receivers stacked up on either sideline with the ball on the left hash for Day. He takes it, handoff to Cloud, running up the middle, bounces out on the right side, gain of about 2 yards, and that should be the last play of the first half. As folks pack up their stuff, Bucks will stand over the football, and the clock bleeds out at the end of this first half. 54-0, Coahoma leads in this bi-district championship round of the playoffs. We'll be back after an intermission and a halftime break.
It's time for this month's Napa savings. Pick up a Gear Wrench Professional Bidirectional Diagnostic Scan Tool for only $130 each, saving 18%. Save up to 20% on crocodile cloths for just $19.99 each. Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil up to 33% off, available for just $25.49. You can get Napa Heavy Duty Diesel Engine Oil starting at just $15.59 each, saving up to 33%. Buy some Napa Diesel Exhaust Fluid at 24% off, only $12.99. Napa Auto located at 301 West Holland Avenue in downtown Alpine.
We're back here in the second half, where the Fighting Bucks are trailing 54 to nothing against Coahoma. And again, Bucks will kick it off to Coahoma. Looks like the starting return. Hey, shout out to Emily Sweet, the Ladybug softball player. She kicked the kids off the bleachers and cleared the way for our Starlink. Again, Fighting Bucks at their own, Coahoma at their own 35-yard line. The starting quarterback throwing the ball game, Austin Jocelyn. We'll probably see him for a couple of drives here in the second half as they line up with 3 wide receivers. A wing back off behind the right, well, he's behind the right guard. And Jocelyn takes the snap, handoff to a running back, running up the middle, taken down, no gain on the play. On the tackle, the freshman, Zane De Leon. That's not the freshman back on the carry. That's the junior and the kicker / linebacker / running back, Landon Moore, or Lanson Moore. Getting his first carries today with right at the beginning of the third quarter. Again, Bulldogs up 54-0. Now quarterback pump fakes, airs it over on the right side. It falls incomplete through the hands of the 6'4" tight end. Just kind of lobbed it up in that direction. I don't think Landon Wells was ready for quarterback to get to him on a read progression on that play. It's a 4 wide receiver look. Make it 3 with a tight end on the left side, that 6'4" Landon Wells. No motion, Landon across. Quarterback takes the snap, hits a screen on the near side. That's Russian, the fast wide receiver. He works his way upfield. They'll be close to the first down marker. They'll spot it around the 44. 1 yard short of the line to gain on 4th down. 4th down and 1. Bulldogs take the snap, run right up the middle, and taken down in the backfield. No gain on the play. David Baca getting there and taking him down. Forcing a turnover on downs, and the Bucks take over at the 44-yard line of the Bulldogs. Again, 1st down and 10 for the Buck offense. Try to end this season off on a positive note. Coach has talked about it at times as well. This Fighting Buck team will no longer be playing the gambit off in the preseason or the pre-district games. Sonora, Fort Stockton, Wink. As this is a handoff, a run up the middle, and a gain of about 4 yards. Sonora, Fort Stockton, Wink, and Wellington are no longer on the schedule. We've been playing them for the last number of years, and we will no longer be playing the Juggernauts before the season starts. We'll change it up. I think I can't remember who we've changed it to, but they won't be quite the caliber of those 4 schools. So 4 wide receiver look for Day in the shotgun. 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Hits Tay on a screen route. Day lit up. Tay breaking a couple of tackles, making his way upfield to about the 30-yard line. So Bucks at the 30, clock's ticking, 9:37 remaining in the third quarter. Man, it's a 4 wide receiver set. Zane takes the handoff, running off on the left side. Power look, falling a couple of blocks from the wide receivers, has about a 4-yard gain up to the 26 on first down, forcing 2nd and 6. Bucks looking at the sideline for the play call. With a offset back on the left side, Day in the shotgun, Zane off to his right. Zane with a little pump fake in the backfield on a mesh, and Day keeps getting back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard more, forcing 2nd and 5. Off on that right side, behind David Baca, the right tackle. Set Dutch over the right guard. Adriel Valenzuela, the center. Darius Portillo is back in the ball game. And then Alex Adams at left guard also takes kicking duties at times. 4 wide receivers off to the right side. Roach, the freshman, getting some reps right now as they look for a screen. It's Tay on the right. Tay met by a couple of Bulldogs. No gain. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play with forward progress, forcing 4th down at the 25 in Bulldog territory. One. Offense stays on the field on 4th and 5. It's a 4 wide receiver set for Day in the shotgun. He takes the snap. Looking for an out route. Has his man. It's Thaddeus. Thaddeus has had a good year and a great grab there. A few touchdown grabs for Thaddeus all season. He's made some big catches as just a sophomore for the Fightin' Bucks. It's a 4 wide receiver look for Day. Again, a first down after Thaddeus' catch and a gain of 10. It's a flat look for Zane on the right side. He's got 2 in his face, tries to scramble upfield, nowhere to go. And a loss of 1 to force 2nd down in about 12. This drive has been eating up some clock, 6:50 remaining in the third quarter. Again, the Bucks looking towards the sideline here. Day takes the snap in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, backs up. Moving around in the pocket, still on his feet, lobs it in the end zone. Ball's just short of Dane and, no, that was Tay Hardwick and Riley Vasquez in the area. As the incomplete pass forces 3rd down and 12 and stops the clock. Ball's at the 19-yard line. Day with 4 wide receivers off to this left side. Takes a snap. Hand off to Zane. He's met instantly in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Loss of a couple, forcing 4th down. Ball's at the 21-yard line. This would be a 37-yard field goal if the Bucks were to try it. Looks like we'll keep the offense out there. Looking for 6. Empty set for Day. He backs up. Looks for an out route for Dane about 4 yards upfield. He's tackled as the ball slips through his hand, falls incomplete, and a turnover on down gives Coahoma, the Bulldogs, the football. Again, we're live at Big Bend Radio, 98.7 FM, 12:40 a.m. online at bigbenradio.com or on YouTube right now with no video on YouTube, just the scoreboard. UIL holds exclusive rights for video broadcasts of playoff action. Their starting quarterback in the ball game, looking for a hitch route on the right side. It falls incomplete, short of his intended target. The athletic number 10, Austin Molina. Stops the clock with 5:33 remaining in this fourth quarter. Handoff. No, that's the quarterback. No. Wearing number 8. That's the kicker and the linebacker angling off on the left side, pushed out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Quarterback wears number 0. Kicker wears number 8. Sometimes they look similar. Austin Jocelyn in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. One back behind him. He takes the snap. It's low. A handoff running up the middle, breaking a couple of tackles. One more man to beat. That's Dave Hardwick, who takes him down 16 yards upfield. First carry of the day for Mason Pierce, a sophomore. And again, if he breaks that day tackle, he's into the end zone for 6 in an 80 or 70-yard run. But Day makes a great open field tackle, and he's taken down at the Buck 48. 4:20 remaining in the third quarter. Jocelyn in the shotgun. Again, their quarterback listed at a Buck 35. A junior. He's rolling out left on the keeper. And a nice tackle by Zane De Leon in the backfield for a loss of 1 on the power run from the quarterback. Jocelyn again in the shotgun with a 3 wide receiver look. It's 2nd down and 11. Balls at the 49-yard line of Alpine. He looks at his back. That's Pierce, the sophomore. Got his first carry earlier. Nice lead block thrown by Pierce as Jocelyn rolls out to the right side. Hits his man, who's an athlete in space, running upfield, angling off on the right side, past the 35-30 and taken down at about the 25-yard line. That was the man who took the punt return for a touchdown earlier, Austin Molina, a sophomore wide receiver. They'll stop the clock as they set the chains and get it going again. 3:15 now. Quarterback looking to the sideline in Jocelyn. Just Buck scrapping here. Still the starting lineup out here. That's one thing that's the Bucks have done is these starters, even at the tail end of games against Compass, as they hand off to Pierce, he's running off on the left side, has the left edge, up past the 10-5, falling and taken down at about the 2-yard line. Connor Ramirez and Tay Hardwick take him down there. Bucks have had these starters out for a lot of minutes, a lot of reps this season. Getting work. I don't think I knew who the backup quarterback was until the first Anthony game when Tay got a few reps there. And the only other time we saw Tay get some reps was the second time we played Anthony. 2:22 remaining. Pierce off to the right side. There's a new quarterback in the ballgame for Coahoma. That's Boyd Cox, a senior. Stands are making some noise for Boyd. He's looking for a hitch route on the left side. Has his man. Completes it to the 6'4 wide receiver, Landon Wells, a senior-on-senior connection. And I think this Coahoma crowd and the Coahoma players are excited to see their senior quarterback connect on the touchdown pass in the first round of the playoffs here. Boyd giving everybody a hug as he heads to the sideline. That makes it 60-0 Coahoma as the kick is up and good. 61-0. We'll be back in a moment here at Big Bend Radio.
Looking for more ways to watch your favorite shows, sports, and movies? With BBT, it's simple. When you sign up for our Work and Play internet plan, you'll get a free Roku device and $10 in monthly streaming credits. Enjoy hundreds of channels, including popular Spanish language favorites like Univision, Undimas, and Telemundo, all with reliable local internet you know and trust. Call 800-592-4781 or order online 24/7 at bigbend.com. BBT, reliable, local, and connected.
Whether you're here to explore Big Bend, cheer on the Lobos, or just watch the West Texas sunset, Hampton Inn & Alpine is your home away from home. Wake up refreshed in a cozy bed. Enjoy our hot breakfast, always free. Just minutes from Sul Ross State University in downtown Alpine, we put comfort and convenience on the map. Hampton Inn & Alpine, where West Texas hospitality meets Hilton comfort. Book today at hampton.com.
Bucks set to return. It's Cloud Martinez and Tay Hardwick deep. Kick is low, squibbing right into the hands of Richie. Richie up past the 25, angles left past the 30, 35, and the 40-yard line. The freshman Richie with a nice return there. Brought to you by H&R Block, where you can maximize your tax return back in Alpine come tax season. Richie's a long way from doing taxes. He's just a freshman. Who knows? He might have a job. In the red zone twice today. Their field goal blocked the first time around and turning it over on downs this last drive. 2 minutes remain in the third quarter. It's a screen look for Zane De Leon. Through his hands, incomplete. Bucks looking at the sideline for the play call. Everybody's tucked in tight. 2 wide receivers on the right, 2 on the left, right off the tackle. Stay with plenty of time, a 4-man rush. Scrambling out left, looks upfield, has Thaddeus, the sophomore, up past the 40 and taken down at the 42-yard line. Another big catch for Thaddeus Prieto. He's quietly been our player of the game today. Just a sophomore. Always seems to find space, especially late in that progression for Day. So the clock ticks under 1:30 in this third quarter. 4 wide receivers for Day. He takes the snap. Hand off to Cloud. Cloud bouncing inside. Has 1 yard and is stuffed there at the 35. Miles Pierce, a freshman defensive lineman, takes him down. And we're moving the ball right now, but against the second team. Well, maybe some second team guys. There's definitely some starters still out there. It's probably a lot of, like Alpine, they don't have too many guys to where they can trot out a second team. As we hit a wide receiver on the near side on the screen look, he angles off on the right side, nowhere to go there. Gain of a few. That's Thaddeus again, forcing third down. Bucks will have to run one more play in this third quarter. And they'll take it right down to the extent of the play clock. 3 seconds split the play clock in game clock. As Day takes the snap. Play action, trying to bounce out left, nowhere to go. Makes a man miss, 3 yards in the backfield, and has some grass ahead of him. Day gets to that edge quickly. Again, bounces outside, breaks a tackle about 4 yards in the backfield, and you blink and he's upfield 12 yards for a first down. That's the end of the third quarter. It's 61-0. Bucks driving, trying to score their first points of the ball game when we return.
At Maverick Bank, we don't just bank, we break the mold. Bold, independent, and built for Texas. We make decisions locally with your goals in mind. Whether you're growing a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help you move forward. Visit www.maverick.bank or stop by your nearest location in Alpine, Fort Davis, or Presidio. Maverick Bank, legacy-driven, future-focused. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Enjoy the familiar comforts of Holiday Inn Express as you explore the mysterious beauties of West Texas. We offer spacious rooms with large bathrooms, complimentary breakfast that will spoil your taste buds, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor pool, and even electric vehicle charging. Holiday Inn Express, your oasis in the desert in Alpine, Texas, 2004 East Highway 90. Call 432-837-9597.
Fourth quarter here in McCamey. Bucks on the field. Again, it's first down and 10. Ball's at the 17-yard line for the senior Day. Another screen look on the right side. Lineman almost didn't know what to do. They find Thaddeus, and he breaks through a couple of tackles and falls forward for an 8-yard gain on first down, up to about the 10-yard line. Now, Roach, Thaddeus, and Dane are stacked up on the right side. No, that's Riley Vasquez. As Dave finds Dane falling a couple of lead blocks in the screen look on the right side, and Dane fights forward for a first down inside of the 5. Dane Jeffers had that long touchdown catch against Sonora. As Day has a read option, a keeper, and finds the end zone on the right side for a touchdown. Bucks put 6 on the board on Day's keeper. And, you know, they might just put another one on the board here soon. Playing against the second team, the Bucks have been able to move the football here. Day holding the extra point. Snap is clean, kick is up, and through the uprights, good. No good. Just missed on the left side. Looked good for Alex. His leg might be cold. It's been a minute. Has only kicked it off once today, and that is his second kick attempt. His first one was a field goal from 30 yards that was blocked. As Alex Adams will kick it off for the second time of the ball game here in a moment.
Stephanie from Dr. Seuss. I got a note. He's got a car. He's got a boat. And if we have time, can we give him a quote?
Of course we can, Renee. And we can do it today. And if he likes, a policy for his bikes or his home. Does he live in a dome? We can cover his travels if he likes to roam.
Well, we'll cover it all. I'll give him a call.
If it's insurance you need, call Tally Reed, 837-3459. You'll be fine here in Alpine.
Bucks ready to kick this one off. We punched it in with 11 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. There's 3 deep to return for Coahoma. Again, I was talking about it earlier. If you're just tuning in, Coahoma is in the same district as Merkel, who took down our first seed out of the district in Compass 35-18. A routing of the Compass Cougars. Crane didn't have an easy time either. And we don't even have to look at the score for Anthony as Alex Adams sends this one up and away, up to the 16-yard line. That's where the return will start from Coahoma. Patient up past the 30 now, still finding a hole up past the 40. Dragged down by a slew of Bucks at the 49-yard line. They'll push the pile forward to about the 45. A huge return. Again, that was just patience, trusting his the return team to throw the blocks upfield, and a big return again for Coahoma as they're at the 45 of Alpine with 10:43 remaining. I'm still curious about Andy Smith and his London ISD Pirate team. London is leading 35-28 against a 9-1 Rio Hondo team at the end of the third quarter. Here's a handoff, a run up the middle. The back falls forward for a gain of about 5 yards to the 41-yard line. That's Pierce on the run, who got his first run in the third quarter of today's game. Connor Ramirez on the tackle for Alpine. Now this falls incomplete on a hitch route on the left side, forcing third down. Ball's at the 41-yard line of Alpine. 3rd down and 5 to go. Alpine has proven they can move the ball against this second team of Coahoma, trying to get a stop in the football back. Three wide receivers now. This is another new quarterback. He hands it off, run up the middle. Pierce has the first down and more. Angling up past the 25, taken down at the 20-yard line for about a 20-yard gain. This is a sophomore listed as a wide receiver, a kick returner, and an SE, whatever that means, as the quarterback now for Coahoma. There's a Bulldog down on the field. They're stretching out his hamstring. That is Pierce, the running back who's been getting these carries as of late. Again, a sophomore who can walk off the field under his own power. We're back in action with that sophomore getting the reps at quarterback. No, now there's another quarterback. I guess that was a wildcat look. This is Mikey Garcia, a freshman in at quarterback. Mikey Garcia with 3 wide receivers. Takes the snap. 1st down and 10. Has to bail out of the pocket off to the left side. Lobs it up to the front left side of the end zone. It falls incomplete through the hands. Parker White, a freshman tight end and linebacker at 5'7". Again, just slipped through his hands wide open on the left side. That stops the clock with 9:34 remaining in this fourth quarter. It's 2nd down and 10 to go at the 21. Again, the freshman quarterback. Takes the snap. Looks for a hitch route on the right side. Has number 1, who was lined up at quarterback a few plays ago in the Wildcat. That's Caleb Rodriguez for a gain of about 5 yards on the hitch route to the Buck 16. Tay takes him down as Emerson Roach checks in at DB over on that near side. Tay checks out. Dane Jeffers, the safety. Emerson Roach, the cornerback on the near side. Cornerback on the far side for Alpine is Christian Flores. Hector Valenzuela at the line of scrimmage right now as an end. Here's a snap, a handoff. Pierce running up the middle, untouched. Breaks an arm tackle on the right side, runs into the middle, and falls down with the pile at about the 3-yard line. First and goal from the 2 now for the Bulldogs. (61-6) our score as the clock ticks under 8:20. The freshman quarterback with Pierce back behind him. They motion that wing back across. A late handoff to Pierce. He's still able to fight forward, but taken down right at about the 2-yard line for no gain. Adriel Valenzuela in on the tackle. Phoenix Martinez also in on the play. Bucks lined up tight on the line of scrimmage. 3 wide receiver look. Again, it's second down and goal, balls at the 2. It's that wildcat look with the athlete in the quarterback position. He hands off to Pierce, and Pierce follows the big bodies back behind his linemen who push our defensive line into the end zone, and he's untouched. I hate what's going on here right now. It was 61. They put 6 more on the board. You can do that math yourself, and we'll hope that this extra point is good for Coahoma. They're lined up, ready to kick it. 7:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Man, Coahoma had about 4 players that showed up late. One by one realized they're supposed to be in on the special teams opportunity. And they all came running 5 seconds apart. The snap is good. The kick is up. And they made it. 68-6. Bucks trailing with 7:25 remaining. We'll be back in a moment.
Get it done. That's what McCoy's is all about. For that home or commercial project, McCoy's has a friendly and knowledgeable staff always ready to help. And with McCoy's, they'll make your job easier with do-it-yourself tips and tools. Order online, and they'll have it ready for you, even loaded up. And free delivery with $50 or over purchase under 1,000 pounds within a 25-mile radius, Monday through Saturday. McCoy's offers online bill paying and invoice management with flexible credit options. At McCoy's, their purpose is to make life easier and more fulfilling for those who build.
Alpine Community Credit Union wants to thank Alpine and its residents for making Alpine such a terrific place to live by supporting its customers with the best professional and friendliest service in town. Federally insured, they can help you with loans, businesses, savings, or any banking need that you might have. Experience our beautiful clean lobby and that down-home professional small-town courtesy that you can only expect from, well, a small town. Alpine Community Credit Union.
Coach Andy Smith's team is tied now, 35-35, with a 9-1 team entering the fourth quarter. That's London ISD. We wish all the best for former head coach of Alpine Fightin Buck football. Down in the Corpus Christi area. This is a squib up the middle, collected at the 30-yard line. England up past the 40. Big hit thrown at the 45. That's Connor Ramirez with a tough return for Alpine. That's an H&R block kind of return up to the 45. First down for the Bucks. Again, they could score against this second team unit. Day Hardwick with the touchdown run on their last drive. As Day takes the snap, handoff to Cloud. He's running up the middle, lowering his shoulder into the pile and pushing it forward for a 4-yard gain. Now that was Zane De Leon. Day play action. Looking for a quick slant. Has Thaddeus. Thaddeus a foot race. Past the 30, 20, 15. Breaks an ankle tackle at the 10. And steps into the end zone for a touchdown. That is Prieto with a big catch on the quick slant. The throw by Day Hardwick, our senior quarterback. I said he was the player of the game earlier, and he's really solidified that now. Thaddeus Prieto, again, a 50-yard touchdown reception. And the Bucks have 12. Alex Adams will try and make it 13 for Alpine. He just had his man beat on the inside on the quick slant. Quick little route, a timing route as Day hit Thaddeus the moment he cut inside. He had that back shoulder and the speed to get into the end zone for a touchdown, as that's up and good for the kicker, Alex Adams. 68-13 our score with 6:37 remaining in the ballgame.
With everything you've got on your plate, it can be difficult to manage healthcare for the whole family. At Big Bend Regional Health Clinic, we make it easy to find a provider and schedule care right from your phone or laptop. Whether it's an injury on the practice field or time for annual physicals, just visit BigBendAnytime.com, select your preferred provider and appointment time, and you're good to go. Our clinic team specializes in compassionate and personalized treatment for patients of all ages. Schedule today at BigBendAnytime.com.
Bucks will kick this one away to the Bulldogs of Coahoma. Let's score another touchdown here. Get to the 20 mark, and when folks ask about the game, say that we were up 20-0 before Coahoma came back and won it 68-20. As Alex Adams sends this leading off on the right side. Fair catch called at the 19-yard line. I'm not sure why he called a fair catch there. Maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe his coaching staff doesn't want anybody taking hits there. That was Landon Moore, a junior. It was low, headed his way. Would have had the opportunity to return it up past the 25. Again, there's going to think about next week. I'm sure our Fighting Buck fan base is dying to hear who Coahoma will play in the next round of the playoffs. And I'll pull it up for y'all. 3 wide receivers. This is that Wildcat type quarterback. He threw a couple of hitch routes in the last drive, but he hands off to Pierce running right up the middle, angling off on the left side, upfield for a gain of 6 yards, where he's taken down by John Ritchie, a freshman. So Coahoma gets to meet up with Canadian in the next round, which is bad news for Coahoma. Canadian won 72-14 against Mules. As their Wildcat quarterback again hands off to Pierce. This time he has the first down. Up on the right side, throwing a stiff arm there. This is not Pierce. This is somebody else. This is a physical running back. Stiff arm. Puts Roach on the ground. He gets up past the 40, the 30, and to the 22-yard line with 5:35 remaining. Again, it's a big run for a freshman, Parker White, who's listed as a tight end and a linebacker. He must have a tall dad. If you're 5'7" on a depth chart and you're listed as a tight end, they must think that you might grow a few inches. Here's a 3 wide receiver look. Quarterback takes the snap, looks for a hitch route on the right side, has his man at the 20, fights forward to about the 16 where he stopped on forward progress and a whistle. That's the big number 88. Looks like 88 over at Sul Ross, too, Dane Hennessy. This is, again, Ty Richishar, a freshman at 6'3". Clock ticking down with 4:30 remaining. 2nd down and 3. Ball's at the 21-yard line of Alpine. Again, tomorrow, Sul Ross football will be on the radio against UTPB at 7 o'clock. A handoff. That's the freshman, 5'7". He lowers his shoulder at the front edge of the end zone. They're going to say he's down. 1 yard short of the end zone, lowering his shoulder into Tay Hardwick. No, that was Dane Jeffers there. And I think they're going to hand it right back off to that freshman back. The left tackle right now is signaling that to the sideline. He's saying, call the same play, call the same play. Again, this is Parker White back behind the quarterback. They check in Mikey Garcia, freshman quarterback. Mikey, a handoff to Parker, runs on the right side into the end zone for a touchdown. They give it right back to Parker White. He earned the touchdown for this Coahoma team. Fights his way in, and they're excited about Parker's touchdown. It's 68-13 plus 6, so 74-13 as Coahoma tries to make it 75. Kick is up and good, 75-13. We'll be back in a moment here at Big Ben Radio.
Is that old lawnmower or tractor having a hard time starting? Is it mowing your lawn uneven? Is it tearing the grass and not cutting it? It may be time for you to upgrade to a new steel mower or tractor from In-N-Out Rental, Alpine's only authorized steel dealer. In-N-Out has a complete line of yard care equipment and tools, and their knowledgeable and friendly staff can assist you answering any questions you may have. In-N-Out Rental, 604 West Holland, here to make lawn care easier. Lowe's Market traces its history to E.M. Bud Lowe, who sold candy and sundries from the back of his truck in Littlefield, Texas in the 1940s. In 1964, Bob opened the first Lowe's Market, a small grocery store in Olton, Texas. Since then, Lowe's has expanded into small and medium-sized towns and cities throughout Texas and New Mexico. When Lowe's makes an investment in a community, they also make a commitment to serve the community with the highest quality and selection, along with fair pricing. Lowe's, your family grocery store.
Bucks are ready to return, trailing 75-13 with 3:31 remaining in the fourth quarter. They scored a long touchdown, on a long touchdown reception by Thaddeus Prieto in their last drive. And they're going to try and punch in for another 6 here. John Ritchie collecting at the 20, angling up past the 25, cuts inside past the 30, stays on his feet through a hit at the 30 and fights forward to the 34. Another nice return on a short kick. Bucks will take over from that 34-yard line. What might be their last offensive set of the season. Day Hardwick is a name we won't forget. And you especially won't forget it come basketball season. With his wide receiver crew and the underclassmen backs. Off to his right side is Zane De Leon, who takes the carry up past the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play on first down for Zane. Riley Vasquez out there as well. Riley's put in some good reps in defense all year. 250 and ticking. 4 wide receiver look for Day. 4-man rush, and Day looking for the out route for Tay. Incomplete as it heads to the Bucs sideline, almost knocking over a water cooler. 3rd down. Against 75-13, the scoreboard not updating online. Maybe it is. 4 wide receiver look. Day takes the snap. And no play action. Has Thaddeus again over the shoulder at the 40, 30, a foot race to the end zone. And Thaddeus has another long touchdown reception. This one a 62-yarder. Thaddeus Prieto just beat his man at the line of scrimmage. 2 long touchdown receptions and connections with Day on the day. On defense, our player of the game was David Baca. On offense, it's Thaddeus Prieto. It's solidified now with 2:25 remaining in the 4th quarter. Bucs have 20. I'm sorry, they have 19, and we'll try and make it 20 with this Alex Adams extra point. Snap is clean. Kick up. And good. Bucs have 20 in the ball game. 75-20. We'll be back in a moment.
$50% off. That's what you get on any one item priced $50 or less at Morrison's True Value Hardware Store and Morrison True Value Garden. To get your 50% off, all you have to do is present the coupon from the front of the Savings of the Season flyer from Morrison's. The only items excluded are items that are on sale, ammo, and leather products. And you have till December 1st to use that coupon. Get it, use it. Compliments of your locally owned True Value Hardware Store.
Up here in the mountains, you don't settle, and neither do we. Mountain Zone TV brings crystal clear cable, lightning fast internet, and reliable service right to your cabin, lodge, or backcountry home. Dallas Cowboy fans who live in Presidio, Marfa, Fort Davis, and Marathon can catch the Cowboys in action with a Mountain Zone TV cable package. Because here at Mountain Zone TV, we're doing business right.
Alex Adams ready to send this one up and away. Kicks it out of bounds over towards the Buck buses. With 2:25 remaining, 75-20, Coahoma leads. They will start at the 35. Last week we saw a kick go out of bounds and they started at the 30. Today we saw it happen. They start at the 35. I think the referees just close their eyes and pick a random number and stick the football there. It's the victory formation right now for Coahoma. Well, it looks like a punt formation. It is the victory formation. They snap to the senior quarterback. He takes the knee. That will take us down to the 2-minute warning. Does it add up here? I don't think it does. With the 2-minute warning happening here in a moment. I think there's going to be 20 seconds left. As they blow the whistle, nobody's going to go to the sideline. I'm not sure what's going to happen. And the senior takes a knee. They're gonna have to punt it or turn it over on downs. Maybe the Bucks will respond with a knee of their own. This is third down. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. It's 75-20. Bucks have had 2 long touchdown passes to Thaddeus in the fourth quarter. They take the snap with 1 second on the play clock. Now it's fourth down, and there's a 30-second divide between the play clock and the game clock. Coahoma looking at the sideline now. Still in that victory formation, Coahoma. I think they take a delay of game. Yeah, they'll take the delay of game going to the extent of the play clock and a change of personnel heading out there. On fourth and, again, they were running the victory formation out of the shotgun, so it's going to be fourth and 27 yards. I think it's going to be a punt crew out. We haven't seen Coahoma punt it once today. Deep return man is Dane Jeffers for Alpine. I think Alpine's going to try and score. I don't think they'll take a knee. This one's up and away. Bouncing at the 45, up past the 50. Dane picks it up there, up past the 50, 40, 40 or 35, and steps out of bounds on the Buck sideline at the 35-yard line. Coahoma has fallen asleep in the fourth quarter. There's 16 seconds. And coach is in the huddle. I think they're going to try and score this thing. 16 seconds left in the ball game. We're trailing 75-20. Day comes out in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Looking upfield, pump fakes, now has to roll out left. Finds Thaddeus on a crossing route about 6 yards upfield. He's taken down. This will be interesting with 6 seconds. Are we going to take the timeout? We will not. That's the end of the ball game and the end of the Alpine Fightin' Buck football season. Final score 75-20. Again, Thaddeus with 2 long touchdown catches is the player of the game. Day Hardwick had a good game as well. And David Baca is our player of the game on the defensive side of the football. Just ran into a powerhouse district. I mean, what can we say? Merkel taking down Compass the way they did really proved that this district has it going on. And they will face off against Canadian. That's going to be a really tough matchup for this team in the second round of the playoffs. But again, that's the end of the year and end of the road for our seniors as they head back to Alpine following this one. And we'll say that's the end of the road for Big Bend Radio today. We're signing off. Thanks so much for listening. Y'all have a good night.
It's time for this month's Napa Savings. Pick up a Gear Wrench Professional Bidirectional Diagnostic Scan Tool for only